Hello, what's happening? Welcome to the Hapatarians show. This is the beginning of the episode.
Wow, we didn't know that. Joining us today is my cat, Misha. Misha, say hi. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just get started here. I guess we're gonna trigger all the conservatives here. Happy holidays to everyone.
Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas. And now I'm triggering the libs.
Wow.
So I guess there's not much going on in the news that we even care about right now.
Wow.
So we're gonna talk about some random things that you probably haven't heard about, or maybe you have. I don't know, unless you seek out weird news like we do.
Yeah. So this is gonna be a completely weird news oriented episode. It's one of them actually that we're going to talk about it was a quote unquote major announcement. It was a major announcement from somebody I'm sure you all have heard of. But we're teasing that one. Maybe you know what I'm talking about because people were talking about that on Twitter. There's another one too that we're going to talk about later on that was talked about on Twitter because it has to deal with calling out sick, whatever you want to call it. I can't work today. Oh, really? Anyway. Playing with a cat.
She's like, what the heck? Okay, you can sit in my lap now.
So actually, as we're recording this is the day of the World Cup final between Argentina and France. It just ended. So congratulations to Argentina. That was a really fun, memorable World Cup final. It ended in penalty kicks, and Argentina won that. So congratulations to them. And yeah, that was a really fun final. I watched pretty much all of it. It was great. So that's all I got to say about that. But this World Cup news that we have, the World Cup, I guess weird news is that, which I'm not really, I guess is a good thing, but it's also kind of like even keep a track on this. So the headline here is, for the first time ever, no British fans were arrested at the World Cup ever.
Wow. I mean, is that, I'm not a sports fan, so is that like a normal thing? Do people normally get arrested at sporting events?
Well, especially with something like the World Cup, the fans are riled up. They're really into the game, really into this, watching everything and how it unfolds. And of course, sometimes when penalties happen, the fans get upset or, oh yeah, great.
Imagine getting that mad though. I mean, the only thing I can think of is like if you're betting lots of money or something like that.
Yeah.
Other than that, if you get that invested, then it's kind of like, all right, you're not even playing on the field. Like, calm down.
Wow, how dare you! You're like taking a shot at me because I do that sometimes when the 49ers play. Sorry, I'm a 49ers fan. Everyone's going to turn off.
Look, we're talking about the other kind of
football,
yeah,
you're right.
Okay?
You're right. Sorry about that. I'm American. I'm pure American. Come on. Only American football in this household. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway.
But you just watched the World Cup.
Yeah, no, I'm just contradicting myself. So in this article, it says there were no arrests among fans of England or Wales at the World Cup in Qatar, according to the UK's Football Policing lead. Chief Constable Mark Roberts of Cheshire Police has said it's the first time that no fans from the UK were arrested at a World Cup. The behavior of England and Wales out in Qatar was absolutely exemplary. Throughout the home nation's involvement in the tournament, there were no arrests or incidents to report, which is a credit to all those who traveled. In Russia 2018, there were 3 arrests, but obviously having 2 teams in this tournament, we played double the group stage games, including a home nation's derby, which underlines the good nature of our fans. I would also like to praise all the UK officers who traveled out to Qatar for the work they have done in helping to keep British nationals safe during the past 4 weeks. Traditionally, we do have few arrests of our fans at World Cups, but to have 0 isn't something we have seen before. So,
I mean, congratulations on not acting like an animal.
So, yeah, I guess that's a good thing that you guys didn't get arrested. But it also, like you were saying before, these fans are so into their team, into their country, and how they're playing that, it's like it is kind of.
Unless they lost like a couple $1,000s or something, maybe.
Right? Yeah, that's.
But even if you lost a lot of money, would you go beat up someone else and get arrested?
Well, I guess you gotta take that anger out somehow. So how am I gonna do it? I'm gonna punch this guy right in the face, right in the fucking face.
All right.
It's all your fault, even though you didn't do anything in the field. So after having fans arrested at every prior World Cup, every single World Cup that's happened since, I think the first one was, I believe, in the 30s. So just imagine from the 30s on. I mean, maybe it wasn't that early they were counting, but we'll just say that as an example.
Well, maybe this explains it because it says that this is the first World Cup without alcohol. I mean, I'm probably assuming that's because Qatar is a Muslim country.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess that kind of changes my opinion on things. Maybe if you're like raging drunk, then probably you would get arrested because you're probably doing stupid things like peeing on people and
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Alcohol can
What
make
else
you do some
do you do when
stupid
you're
things.
yeah getting into bar fights?
Alcohol is typically only available in Qatar at licensed hotel bars and restaurants. For the World Cup, the country made an exception to allow booze at the official fan fest and inside the perimeter of stadiums before and after games. But that arrangement was thrown by the wayside just 2 days before the tournament when FIFA announced no alcohol would be available at stadiums, period. So that could definitely have a huge impact on that.
Wow, he said that it would be wrong to attribute this excellent behavior to the restrictions on alcohol in Qatar, but I think it helped to some degree. I don't know. I feel like it probably helped completely because, I don't know. I feel like the stereotype is that British people drink a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's a Scottish thing too. So I guess like Welsh and like you were saying the British too. Yeah, they, go to the pub, gonna have me a few pints. That whole thing.
Although, I guess Americans and also a lot of Asian countries are like that too.
Yeah. Yeah, Asians, they definitely have a thing for alcohol. That's kind of like I guess nobody really talks about that. Everyone's talking about the Scottish drink and Americans drink, but those Asians, they get pretty crazy. Not that I would know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't drink. I don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. All right.
So, okay. So speaking of Asians, actually is a good segue.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know any of these articles, by the way.
Yeah. So this one is interesting. Let me see if I can get it up here. So the next one that we're going to talk about is South Korea. And so the headline is South Korea enacts law that will make the entire population younger in 2023. The National Assembly has decided to do away with the traditional method of calculating age by which babies are born 1 year old to standardize the country's legal and administrative system.
I never understood that at all. And I had a lot of Korean friends growing up, and I went to a Korean church, and then it would be like super confusing when I'd ask what their age is. Because they'd be like, my Korean age is blah, 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 but
Right.
I'm actually, and I'm like, why do you have two ages? Like, I don't understand.
Isn't you only like 1 or 2 years? They say, oh, I'm 25, but
It's
my
usually
Korean
like a year
age
off.
is I'm like 27. I was like,
Yeah. It usually makes you older. I think because you're born as 1 year old or something like that.
mm-hmm.
I don't understand how it works.
I mean, I guess, but I guess they're counting. Are they counting when you're in the womb?
I guess so.
Yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense because you are technically 9 months when you come out. So maybe you're 9 months older than you actually are, or whatever, however you calculate it. I don't know. But anyway, so South Korea and Taiwan are the only two places in Asia that maintain the traditional Chinese method of counting age, and as such, all their citizens are a year or even 2 years older than they would be everywhere else in the world. However, this is set to change in South Korea next year after the National Assembly approved a series of laws that will standardize the ages of the country's population with the international system at every official level. It was passed in December 8th, and it will seek to regularize the ages of all South Koreans in judicial and administrative terms in line with the international system while doing away with the traditional method that is still employed by some government departments. The aim of the measure, which was one of President Yoon Suk-yeol's campaign promises, is to reduce judicial discrepancies and eliminate the costs to the state.
It sounds like it'd be super confusing because you'd be like, well, my real age is, but my Korean age is.
Well, yeah, instead of having two ages, they just have one.
Yeah.
Like everywhere else in the world does that.
Okay, so the official method employed legally and administratively is the international system, which is based on a person's date of birth and adds 1 year to their age every time they celebrate their birthday. Okay, that's the normal one, right? Okay, so in formal context, the majority of South Koreans use their Korean age, which can be a year or two older. Okay, so this is where it explains what it is. This is what I was looking for. Babies are a year old as soon as they are born, and they add another year to their age every January 1st. What? So what if you're born on December 29th?
You
then
get
you're
2
two?
birthdays. Yeah, you get 2 birthdays.
Wow, you're born at 2 years old.
Yeah, you get 2 birthdays. It's nice, right? You get 2 presents. You get your presents on December 31st and January 1st.
I don't think they would celebrate your birthday on that day then, because it wouldn't be your birthday. It would just be the day that you got older, I guess. That would be so confusing, though. And that would suck if your birthday was December 31st.
Mm-hmm.
If you're born on January 1st, would that make you 1?
I don't know, maybe.
Or 2?
I don't know. It just seems like it's more of a hassle than it really should be.
Yeah.
So under the system, babies are considered to be born at the age of 0, but a year is added to their age every January 1st. This system is used in the application of laws such as compulsory military service, primary and secondary education, and establishing the legal age for drinking and smoking. As of June 2023, on paper, this system will cease to exist.
That's going to be weird for people because they're like, oh, man, I was about to be legal to drink, but now I'm not. Now I got to wait.
Yep.
Or I guess it's good in terms of the military service, though. Like, oh, I got another year.
Yeah. So, like, this whole thing dated back to ancient China and is still maintained today in Taiwan, where every citizen automatically adds a year to their age on January 1st. North Korea abandoned the system decades ago in the official sphere, although many North Koreans continue to use it informally when talking about their age.
How do they know? You've been talking to some North Koreans?
I guess. Maybe they're defectors or defect. What is it? The National Assembly's decision follows a lengthy debate over the social confusion generated by the use of multiple systems. Although the country's laws lay out which method of calculating age is applicable in each circumstance, many South Koreans are not very familiar with the nuances, and there is an abundance of online age calculators to help citizens to determine their. So even then, it's like
I have no idea how old I am.
South Koreans can't even determine what their actual age is. So in a way, like I was saying before, it makes things more easy and less complicated. So I don't really understand why they're doing this in the first place, I guess, because if like you're the only 2 countries that do it, which is kind of weird that South Korea and Taiwan, like Japan doesn't do it anymore, or if they even never did it in the first place.
Apparently China doesn't, and it originated in China.
Right.
Anyway.
All right, moving on from that. So I want to know what your thoughts are on this, because I've seen people talk about this on social media, especially on Twitter.
Oh, no.
So there was this Olive Garden manager who I guess was just had a big spiel about people taking time off. So the article headline is, "If your dog died, you need to bring him in and prove it to us." Olive Garden parts ways with manager over time off rules. So this was in Kansas, a Kansas restaurant is parting ways with its manager after imposing strict rules to employees about taking time off. In a message obtained by KCTV5, it showed an Olive Garden manager telling employees that if they needed to take time off, they might as well go and look for another job.
What do they want? Like a super high turnover rate there or something?
I guess. The message shared with employees read, "Our call-offs are occurring at a staggering rate. From now on, if you call off, you might as well go out and look for another job. We are no longer tolerating any excuse for calling off. If you're sick, you need to come prove it to us. If your dog died, you need to bring him in. And bring your dead dog into the Olive Garden restaurant, and people are going to eat it. What is that stench?" And they go, "Oh, it's this dead dog over there because someone said that the dog died, and the manager wanted them to bring it in because they wanted to actually have this person prove the dog." "Oh, yeah, your dog died." "Okay, yeah,
you want to come in if you're sick, And then everyone else is gonna get sick, and then they're all
Right.
gonna call off.
It's a safety hazard. You're gonna get, you know, like if you're sneezing and coughing all over the food, or even not around the food, it'll get there somehow, and then other people get sick, and it's gonna be a freaking health hazard. The former manager told employees that they would lose their job if they called off more than once in 30 days since the message was sent. The manager followed it up by sharing that they hadn't missed one day of work in their 11 and a half years at Olive Garden.
Sounds like a personal problem to me.
Do you know in my 11 and a half years at Darden how many days I called off? 0. I came in sick. I got in a wreck literally on my way to work one time. Airbags went off and my car was totaled. But you know what? I made it to work on time.
You know what? Sounds like you have a problem here, because if you got in a car accident, you should probably go to the hospital.
Right.
And if you're sick, you probably shouldn't come in, so you get everyone else sick.
No, but they said, "Oh, I was in a car wreck," and you know,
and
all the police and the ambulance were coming. It's like, "You okay? Did you go to the hospital?" No, I can't go to the hospital. I still got to get to work.
Okay, I don't understand. Like, how can you make it on time if you're in a car accident? Because you have to take statements with the police and everything.
Yeah, it takes a while.
What did you leave at like 5 a.m?
I don't have time to. I don't have time to give you a statement. I have like 10 minutes to get to work. I gotta go.
They're gonna be like, "Who cares about that?"
It's like I have perfect attendance. What are you gonna get? Does Olive Garden give you some kind of like reward for perfect attendance?
Well, that's the other thing. It's just Olive Garden. Like, come on, like you're not saving the world or anything.
No, they gotta get that bread. No, the free breadsticks.
Gotta get
salad.
that bread.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, not free bread, but you know, it's not free breadsticks and salad.
Right?
Yeah. Free bread.
No, not free bread. You got to get that bread.
Oh, get that dough?
Yeah. You got to get that dough and make that bread. That's going to be the episode title.
Wow, good one. So, yeah, Olive Garden, like, this is not, we strive to provide a caring and respectful work environment for our team members. This message is not aligned with our company's values. We can confirm
with our company's
values. We can confirm we have parted ways with this manager.
I guess now he's he
ain't making that bread anymore.
I mean, 11 and a half years. Now he's taking off because he's fired.
Yeah. I guess he got to go look for another job.
I wonder if he's going to go to Red Lobster next.
And then Red Lobster's like, hey, aren't you the guy that Olive Garden fired for like saying they can't have time off? Yeah, that was me. All right, well,
you can work here, but you can't have any time off ever.
I mean, he did it in 11 and a half years. I'm sure he can do it at some other company.
You can work here, but you have to have one day off mandatory.
That's it. Yeah, it's like, hey, you know, we give you PTO every paycheck. You get like 8 hours of PTO or whatever. Well, you got to use it up, so you can't be working all the time.
Yep. I guess you could just get a second job, though.
Yeah, get 2 part-time jobs, whatever. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think about that though? Like someone just really hounding on you.
I'd be like, all right, bye. Go find another job. I mean, he did say if you take off, then you might as well look for another job. Be like, all right, I'll take your advice. Then everyone should quit at the same time.
Every single person.
Then he'll have to do everything himself.
You gotta do everything yourself around here.
Yeah, you gotta seat the people and take their order, and then you gotta go cook the food yourself.
Oh
and
man,
then bring it
could
back,
you imagine if that was actually? Oh my gosh, just not even him, but just in general, like you're short-staffed. It's like, okay, I gotta take your order. You'd probably have to limit the amount of people that can come in because
only
you can't,
one person a day.
Yeah, you can't be like, yeah, anyone can come in, and there's like 20 tables waiting.
They have to raise the price in order to cover all the costs. So it'd be like, you can come to Olive Garden, but there's only one reservation per day, and it costs $1,000 to eat.
Gosh, I guess we're not gonna have any business today. Who's gonna pay $1,000 to eat at Olive Garden? I mean, seriously, what are you doing? I mean, Olive Garden
think that bread is worth it?
I mean, it's fine, but it's not like
fine.
Yeah, it's fine. You're not gonna get. You go to Olive Garden. No, you go to Olive Garden. You're not expecting 5-star, Michelin type of food. Whatever. You're just like, yeah, it's fine. I'm full. That's about it. It's not. It's
wow.
It's Italian food, quote unquote. It's fine. But somebody who really hates Olive Garden's like, wow, I can't believe you just said that. Olive Garden's Italian food. Can't believe it. I'm an actual Italian person, and let me tell you why. Anyway, so Christmas is coming up.
It is?
Yeah, it's coming up. Yeah, I know it's shocking. But if you still haven't figured out what you want to give your some of your family members or friends, whatever. You got, I don't know, the perfect gift for my friends and family. What should I give them? Well, there was a major, I teased it earlier, there was a major announcement that one Donald John Trump had said. He's like, yeah, I got a major announcement. I'll let you know such and such day. And people are like, ooh,
Oh, I know what this is.
What is he gonna talk about? Or what is he gonna
people
announce?
I saw people like saying all these serious things, like guessing what it was going to be, and it was like not serious.
Yeah, I was like, is he gonna announcing it? I was like, well, people were saying is he gonna announce his running mate? And I'm thinking that's way too early.
Well, the other thing is, like, this is totally one of those situations where, like, at work, someone's like, we need to have a meeting about this. And then afterwards, you're like, you could have just sent an email. You know what I mean?
You didn't have to make this big deal about it. But anyway, so here, like, we got the perfect gift for you, especially for your friends and family who they absolutely love Donald John Trump. When he was the president, he was the greatest president of all time, as some people would suggest, right? The greatest president, not one of, no, he was the greatest president. Okay. So the major announcement was he's going to sell NFT trading cards. Apparently he sold them out. So like, wow, that's pretty good.
Wait, is that what they are? Those are the
I think so.
cards?
I think so. Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, getting everyone all riled up? Like, I have a super important announcement. The former president of the United States. And then it's that.
Yeah. So the website offering digital trading cards showing former U.S. President Donald Trump in guises such as a superhero, astronaut, and NASCAR driver says the items have already sold out. So
imagine buying an NFT. I'm sorry, but like,
yeah. Mr. Trump promoted the limited edition cards late on Thursday, saying one could make a great Christmas gift. So everything that I was saying about if you don't know what to give your family and friends, like a Christmas gift, I lied because they've already sold out. So I apologize for that. You have to keep looking.
Yeah, you have to find some other NFT to gift someone.
There were 45,000 of these cards, and they were available for $99 each.
All right, here, wait. Let's do some math.
All right. It's our favorite subject, math, because we're half Asian. As you know, we Asians love math.
Wow, that's how much money he made.
Ooh, 4.4
million.
Wow. Just over $4.4 million. Congratulations, Donald Trump. You're officially a millionaire. Again, the announcement drew criticism and mockery, including from Republicans. I can't do this anymore, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon's like, I can't do this. What are you Anyone involved in this project ought to be fired today, he said, or he added. Mr. Trump, who launched his third bid for the White House last month, had triggered speculation this week after saying he would make a major announcement. And like we're saying, you think, well, it could be a running mate, could possibly be something to do with his presidential campaign. Instead, the billionaire, who frequently licensed his name even before he entered the White House, posted a promotional video for the cards on his social media platform, Truth Social. The clip featured an animated.
Man, I kind of wanted to see the clip, but I don't have any Truth. I don't have Truth Social. So.
The clip featured an animated version of the former president in front of the Trump Tower in New York, who rips open his shirt to reveal a superhero costume emblazoned with the letter T as lasers shoot from his eyes.
Can you imagine filming for that?
I don't know. Hopefully paid well. Later on Truth Social, Mr. Trump said the non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, were very much like a baseball card, but hopefully much more exciting.
Ooh. It would have been more funny if he released actual trading cards. Like Pokemon or something.
Or we could have, like, I'm sure there's Trump-related playing cards. You know, when you're like the ace, queen. Like, he's the ace, who's the queen? Melania Trump, and then who's the king? Jack. All that stuff. So all the funds that were going to be raised for this, or that were going to be made from this, aren't going to go to any it's not going to go to his presidential campaign or anything related to anything political regarding him. So kind of wondering what the whole point of it is. And some people are saying that it's possible because he's going through some legal battles right now. Maybe this is to help fund that so that he can kind of use that money towards that. Who knows? It is kind of weird timing, I guess. So that's why some people are saying that.
He did it so like he could frame it as like, here's a good Christmas gift to get someone.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'd like to interview someone who bought one of those because I don't understand it at all.
It's like, why would explain, why did you buy one of those? Apparently, I don't know how true it is, but I saw one where I think it was where Donald Trump was like some fat guy or something. I was like, come on, really? I don't know if that was true or not.
What?
But yeah, there's a picture of him
Being fat?
I guess it could be a joke, but it's just like,
maybe these people have some type of fetish.
I don't know. So, would you buy an NFT card of Donald Trump?
No, I don't even know how to buy an NFT.
Yeah, I don't really understand that. I guess it's like instead of actually having the physical thing,
It's like you're buying the rights to an online picture.
something like that. Yeah. Instead of having the picture, you can hang up on your wall. I have my phone.
That
Show
someone
to
else
you.
could just copy the picture,
Right.
but they don't have the rights to it, whatever that means.
Yeah.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not a crypto person. Sorry.
Wow. So, yeah, that's it. What do you what do you think about that?
Are you threatening me?
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
What do you think about that, huh? What do you think about that?
I don't know. We had to kick out the cat because she was making too much noise.
You know, she's doing cat things, knocking stuff over, attempting to knock stuff over, making little sounds like, okay.
You have to show your hand doing it. Yeah, that's what she does.
So you probably heard that in the background, just hearing a little. It's like, oh, she just knocked something over again. It wasn't anything like ridiculous. She just knocked over.
We should do an episode where it's just the camera on her and she's going.
It's a bonus episode.
Oh yeah, we should totally do that.
Wow. All right. Thanks for watching and listening. Hope you enjoyed some of those weird news stories that we said on the show. And sorry they weren't able to buy any of those NFT cards. Maybe next time.
Next time when he has another major announcement.
Yeah. Well, anytime next time he says some major announcement, people are like, okay, I'm not even gonna attempt to predict.
And he'll
what
be
this
like,
is.
actually, I'm announcing that I'm gonna declare war on the United States. Oh, okay.
Well, didn't he say something on Truth Social? He posted something like, I announced that I'm going to suspend the Constitution or something. Like,
what?
I think he said something along those lines. I don't know. It's just like, what? You don't have any power. What are you talking about? Anyway.
I'm just waiting for him to tweet again, which I don't think is going to happen, but.
Well, he probably doesn't have to because people, the only reason that people probably knew about this, unless you're on Truth Social, is the fact that people were taking screenshots of it and sharing it on their Twitter.
Yeah, but it would just be more fun if he would tweet random stuff, you know.
I don't know. I'm sure he'll do it eventually. I don't know. Although I guess it is his platform, so maybe thinks, well, I can't go to Twitter now because I want people to go to this platform. So I mean, it's understandable why he wouldn't do that. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Oh, before we go, please give us a 5-star rating over on iTunes, Spotify, and if you're able to leave a comment, then please tell us how much you love the Hapa Ethno State. That'll really help us out. That'll let people know, oh, Hapa Ethno State, what's that? And they'll look it up. And
then they'll be like, wow, this is messed up.
Yeah. But,
they won't listen.
It'll help with the algorithm to help our show kind of more spread out.
What? Okay, maybe we should just stop. Whatever you're saying doesn't make any sense.
That's how it ends.